let's talk. My name is Matty. This is my co-host Joseph, and we're going to talk about some items today that are part of our history. Why don't you give us a little background about you, Joseph?
It's our first episode. I'm super excited to be here. So yeah, my name. How did you say my name is Joseph? I'm an immigrant. I'm from Nicaragua. I was born in Nicaragua. So and I moved to this country 7 years ago. When I came to this country, I didn't speak English at all. I didn't know anybody. I was super scared. It was like a young Joseph. So and when I came to this country, like every immigrant that comes to this country, I had a dream that was like get a better life and be success. But you had a lot of fears in your mind because how to say before, you don't know anybody, you don't know how to do it. So
Don't know the culture, don't know any of it.
yeah, you don't know the culture, you don't know anybody, you don't know how to react, you don't know how to communicate. And I was in my mind, I was like, you have two options. Or you're gonna be the the Latino stereotype, white American people like.
We can get into that in a little bit, but
Yeah. So and the other option is like to be success and like learn the language, learn the culture. So and that's what I did. I start learning English and studying English by myself because you cannot go to school to learn another language when you have to pay your bills. And I was studying. I when I came to this country, I first of all I was like working as an assistant for this tax company here in East Phoenix, and after that I work painting houses. I were like cleaning houses. I was a dishwasher.
all the typical things that immigrants do.
Exactly. So and I came to this country because actually when I came, I had a bachelor degree in finance, and I had a master degree in marketing,
And he's painting houses.
and I had my master degree also in finance. So, and I came to this country, and I remember that I was painting this house. It was summertime, and it was like, what I'm doing here. So, I went to college. I had all this degree, and I here painting houses. So, and that's when, and that time I was thinking to go back to my country, but I say no. I came to this country to be successful, and that's when I decided I need to learn English. I need to know more about the American culture, and that's when I started like watching TV. We were talking about Ellen before. Ellen, I started watching Ellen DeGeneres show with subtitles, and I had a notebook like writing down all the new words for me, and I have my dictionary too, and that was the way that I learned English. I worked as a cashier in a Greek restaurant, and then when I felt that I was kind of like able to communicate and work in a corporate, I applied for this company, and this company they sell cars online, and I started as a especially one, and then I was claiming the letter, and I became like a team leader. So and this Spanish guy, this brown guy, I was the boss of like all the white people. So it was kind of like a realization for me. Thinking true that if you want to achieve something, you can do it, and especially in this country. This country give you the opportunity to be whatever you want. Now, look. Now we're doing this podcast, and actually, I'm taking classes to get certified as a mindset like coach, because everybody can do whatever they want. It's just in your mind.
One of the things that we've talked about since I've known Joseph is just there's things he's gonna have to overcome now, even though that he's an American citizen. He is going to deal with certain things because of the color of his skin. I told him this story that, and he'll laugh sometimes. He'll say, I'm not Mexican, I'm Nicaraguan. Well, that kind of tells a story about us as American citizens. And I mean, typically white Americans or Americans that don't have a lot of interaction with other cultures. If it's at our southern border, and it doesn't matter how far south it goes, it's Mexico to us. We just assume anyone that speaks Spanish eats whatever Mexicans will eat. You know, the Mexican culture is all that we see as the Latin culture, and it's not. And I've told them that's our ignorant. That you know, we're ignorant as a whole. I think I'll claim it as myself. I mean, the rest of you guys can yell at me later if you want, but and I think it's a bit of a frustration not only for him but other people from Latin cultures that are not Mexican. No offense to our Mexican brothers and sisters, but not all Latin Americans like hot food. Like he hates hot food.
I don't eat spicy food, so and it's very common with people offering me like spicy food, and they say I don't like, and I don't eat spicy food, and they say, how come?
Aren't you Mexican?
Are you Mexican? No, I'm not Mexican. I'm from Nicaragua. So and we as Spanish, there's a lot of like only because we speak Spanish that doesn't mean that we are from the same country. Like Latin America has like more than 10 countries, like different countries, Colombia, Peru, Honduras, Venezuela, and we speak the same language, but we have different culture too, and different accent too. So, and even when we speak English, we had different accent. So, because I had a thick accent, so yeah, I do. I do. It's every day for me is I'm learning like a new word, and it's I think I'm not the only one that struggle with that. And is you're there, is you had an accent and you feel that your accent is the thing that is holding you back. Forget about it. Because I used to think the same thing. I was like, I remember when I was working as a senior in this company. That was like my biggest fear.
Just terrified.
I was always terrified to speak to other people because for my accent, because I was always thinking, oh, they won't understand what I'm saying, and something like I had a really good leader. I'm gonna mention him. His name is Colin Clark. He was my leader at the moment. He said, "Forget about your accent. Everybody understand. I think that's only in your head, and that your accent is what make you unique." So, and that's when I started embracing my accent, and also, you always laugh and you always see Sofia Vergara. Every time that I see her, I identify myself with her because she had a thick accent, and look at her. She's in Hollywood, the highest paid actress in Hollywood.
She uses it a hammer. You know, she uses it not only. She has embraced it so much that it's become her personality, and then she uses it against people when they're saying stuff about her. Speaking again of Ellen, whenever she was on, she used to beat Ellen up with, "I don't understand why you can't understand me. I'm speaking English." So it became a running joke, and she used it as a strength instead of like it was a weakness. And I think you've done that too.
Yeah, and I have done that before, and I remember the first time that as a leader in this company, I said to my teams, is you don't understand, I don't understand you either too. And I say, and I'm sorry, because my budget doesn't don't give my budget is not enough to buy subtitles, so
exactly.
Something like that, and it's for the reason that I want to like also reach and touch every Latino. It's not just Latino people that come from another country and had an accent and they feel kind of in the same way that I was feeling because they had an accent. Embrace it and just be yourself, and believe me, Americans appreciate when you try to learn English.
I know you feel like it held you back, but it isn't. I think a lot of people, when they see you trying to speak English, even though maybe your verb tense is off, Lord knows my Spanish, my verb tense is always off, but we're trying to understand you, and and we worry, one of the, just as an English speaker and speaking to a Spanish speaker, we worry that we're going to offend you by saying, no, it's spoken like this, or, it's not, what's the word that we do of it? Focus.
Yeah, I say.
I love the way he says
focus. I say focus, but it's focus.
But I find it endearing to him, but he would get embarrassed by it. But we fear that we're going to embarrass you by correcting you. So sometimes that's what's going on too. I guess I can see it from both sides. But yeah, I mean, embrace that. It's who you are. It's your culture. Embrace it.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm doing in this country. I love this country. I wasn't born in this country, but I feel American right now. And I had also backlash for Latinos too, because when you my father used to say, is you go to any country that you go, you need to learn how they live. You need to adapt to this country, and that's what I've been doing. So, and I still have friends, Hispanic friends, that now they like blacklight me because they say, "Oh, you are a wannabe gringo now because you wanna you forget who you are." No, I am so proud to be Nicaraguan. I'm so proud to be Hispanic, but I love this country, and I like the way that we live here and all the opportunities that this country offer you. And how to say before, you can do whatever you want in this country. So it's like that's your mindset. Sorry, you see my accent. Your my mindset or your goal. You can do whatever you want, and not just for me. You too. You're a business owner too. So and you're like you're doing what you want.
I think we as Americans, if we're born here and raised here, taught here, don't leave this country very much, unless, you go on a vacation somewhere and spend a couple of days, couple of weeks maybe. We don't understand just how good we have it as a society. Do we have problems? Yeah, we do. But I spent 6 years in the military. I got to see some of the nastiest places on earth where people are treated horribly, and I still wouldn't change living here for the world. I mean, we don't see it as naturally born Americans, but immigrants do. They see how great this country is, and not only how great we are, but what opportunities are there. Here's a kid that came, didn't speak English, didn't know how to get around. He, in a very short period of time, he was leading a team at a company. He had learned to speak English. He's embraced a whole bunch of stuff. I want to go back to one thing you said, where you said, you have to adjust to the culture. I don't know necessarily that you have to adjust to the culture. I think you need to learn the rhythm of the culture and then bend that to how you're going to fit into it. I don't think you need to lose your essence, and I don't think most Latinos do. There's still Latino music, all kinds of Latino films, and I've been learning all about stuff from him. But just
Shakira, especially
Shakira. But they hold on to their culture like any other immigrant group that's come to this country. I'm Irish, and we held on to it. I mean, most of my family are drunks. Just kidding. But those sorts of things, the Italians held on to certain things. Any group that came over held on to that stuff, but they also became American in their own way. We wouldn't have Mexican food if it was for Mexicans coming over. We wouldn't have Italian food coming over here. We wouldn't have Guinness if my family hadn't come over here. So I just wanted to clear that up, that you can become an American however you want to become an American and still maintain your roots. But the opportunities are here. All you gotta do is want them.
Yeah, that's
it's not easy.
Yeah, it's not easy. But it's like, how to say? I always say, whatever you think, whatever you want, you can achieve and you can get it. And I have learned that also from you. So and it's you like they're like watching us, and you feel like afraid to do whatever you want, like go like to be an entrepreneur or whatever you want, just do it. You're like you're living in this country in America, and you can do whatever you want. How I say before, so and go through it. Don't think that anything hold you back to achieve where you want.
If you fail, you fail.
Yeah, and failure is a way to learn. It's an opportunity to grow, like to keep learning. And so if you learn from those failure, and is that the we were talking about my English. That's the way that I'm learning. When I don't pronounce a word in a correct way, I learn how to correct it. And then you sometimes when I'm with you, I'm repeating the same word over and over, and you say, "What are you saying?" And just repeating a new word from me. So and it's that is the way it is.
I think I just met you. Just to go back to, you can do whatever you want and don't be afraid. I worked for a company where I was traveling a lot. It was the most money I'd ever made in my entire life. And in a short 4-month period of time, I separated from my husband. I moved out of my house. I lost my job, and I got COVID. And so it's the beginning, or it was it 2020?
2020?
No, but in 2021. So it's January 2021. I'm laying in my bed. I got nobody at my place. I'm sick as a dog, and I'm feeling sorry for myself. Also, I'm worried about being able to get a job because now we're right in the middle of COVID, and I don't know how it's going to work. So I've always wanted to open my own design business. I was afraid. So I said, well, I'm getting unemployment, so maybe I can reach out and see if I can't get some jobs and see how it's going. And I did. I set myself up on a website. I got myself a website. I incorporated the company, and the first month wasn't really good, and the second month got a little bit better. By the third month, things were moving, and by the fourth month, I had so much work I couldn't do it all. So if I had just been afraid and not took that chance, I feel like that was the time when God said, take the chance. I wouldn't have the business, and I'm glad that it did happen that way. I mean, sometimes you have to go through that hard stuff, struggle through it, and it brings great things into your life.
Yeah, I think so. When you go to like those hard times, when you like touch bottom, how you say it's like when you hit, you see, when you hit bottom, that's an opportunity to grow. And I'm a firm believer in God. So, and I think we have to go through those phases in our life to get better and to learn that everything is possible, and it's just your mindset. Because it's you would stay just like I'm just gonna get like unemployment and I find another job, but something was treating you to like go and get and start a new business and be an entrepreneur, and now you're doing pretty good. So it's the same way now. I'm starting a new phase in my life when I'm start how they say before I'm gonna start my business as a mindset like coach. So and it's a new age for me in my life, something like that. I always want to do it, but before I didn't do it before because I was afraid. So it's for that reason that we need to let go of this fear and also like surrender to God, to the universe, because He's always gonna.
And however that is, I don't know if you don't believe in God or if you don't believe it. However it is, we obviously do. But if you don't, I recommend, and I do this almost every morning. I'll be driving into work, and we live in Phoenix, so it's almost always sunny. But I turn the corner to, it's almost where I need to be, and the sun's coming up, the mountains are there, the sun is shadowing the mountains. It's a gorgeous sight, and I just thank God for it every morning, and it kind of settles me a little bit. And however you do that, whatever you have to do, whether it's a spirit, however it is, just sit and be calm for a little while, because I don't think we as Americans sit and listen to ourselves. And sometimes that will alleviate fear and it'll clear up what you should be doing, or at least it'll tell you what not to do.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm totally agree with you. So that's I think something we had to take our time to be present and listen to ourselves. So and that's something that I've been learning. So I would say as an immigrant here in this country, I have learned a lot, and every day I learn something new and something that is like how to say when you want to like succeed and want to like keep going.
Your drive.
Yeah, may try every time. So and sometimes I was asking you the other day how because how you say we had two perspectives here and for Nicaragua I didn't grow up in this country. You did. So I always like ask myself and I always want to ask you, you as an American, how you see us.
Us as immigrants?
Yes, how you see us and what can you say that you have learned from us or from me, and especially in this case?
So there's a whole bunch of stuff that I think I've learned in general from you, just culturally. I mean, obviously Shakira, I never really liked Shakira before. Her voice.
You know, like now you like it.
And now he's now we're gonna fight. But just the how family centric Latino families are, even when things are bad between family members, it's still about family. And just a super rich culture. Dance is important, music is important, food is very important. Just interested. I think one of the things that I have always thought is, whatever country, oh, that's a third world country, so all their roads are dirt, they don't have any water, the stuff that we see on TV where, send $3 in so we can help. That's what's my impression for a very long time about it. But it's not that way. Is there portions of the country that are probably that way? Probably. But there's a whole lot of people down there with degrees and doing things that all of us are doing here. They have families, they have hopes, they want opportunities, and they're coming here. Sometimes we don't see that as Americans. And that's a problem sometimes. But sometimes we're right in our own perception of someone or something, and sometimes that hurts you.
Yeah, because there's like the typical stereotype that like what we were saying before. It's like every person is Hispanic, you think it is Mexican. So and something is you see somebody that did something wrong, you think the whole community is like that. But it's like also I think the same thing. No, the American are the same. There's like bad people and good people, and it's
like
this.
Trash.
And yes, exactly. It's the same way with all Latinos. There's like the Latino, they come to this country, they have like degree, they have been in school, and there are also other kind of Latino too. They came to this country and they cross legal and they want something. They want to for free or something like that. There's like always those, and both sides are. There's like those kind of people too.
Yeah, and overall, I think people we get an impression of someone. Someone's always going to be the face of that, and then it blinks. And I think maybe from your point of view, if you see a white person, you're questioning: are they going to be nasty to you, or are they going to say something to you?
Yeah.
In I know this is true on my part. I will see a Latino person and I will ask, I wonder if they're here legally. It goes through my head. It does. It's none of my business, but it does. We live right up against pretty much, we're very close to the border, so we have a lot of Latino community. I think our community is 45%.
Yeah, but it's more like Mexican community.
Right, but
in the last year, it's like I've seen more people from different countries.
Yes.
So but it's nice to have to know the way they think, and I think most American think the same way they
I think
think.
so. I mean, maybe I'm a weird person. I don't know, maybe. But I mean, it isn't a judgment call necessarily about, I wonder if they're illegally, but I mean, that's a problem for us as a culture right now is he pays a price, a perception price for coming here legally. And I mean, I know him, and I mean, I know you're here. I don't ever ask if you're here legal. Well, there was no.
You asked me once.
But it's something that we don't think about on everything that's going on in the immigration that's going on right now is that part of it. So it's something we talk about a lot.
And I think
issue.
There's a lot of people that also have the same conversation in their house, and they don't talk this public on public or something like that. But just to finish this episode, I think how to say, we all have dreams, and as an immigrant that I came here to this country, I came with a dream to be success and had a better life, and I think also Americans too have the same dream to be to have a good life and achieve their goals. So, and I think this country offers you the opportunity to do that. And also, if you are in another country watching us, you can do it anywhere you are. It's just your mindset. If you want to do it, just do it. Like, don't leave the fear stop you to do whatever you want, and just do it.
Go find somebody that's already done it. Whatever you're gonna do. Say you wanted to open up a shop. You wanted whatever it is you want to do. Go and find somebody that's already done it. Find out what they did right, what they did wrong, how you can start it. And the old adage, if you want to become rich, hang out with people that are rich. Figure out what they did. And same thing with this. If it's something you want to do, go swim in that pool. People that are successful are the ones you want to be around, not the people that are over there telling you can't ever do it.
Awesome. Yeah, that's so true. So that's it for today.
We're done talking.
Yeah, we're done talking. We're gonna see you in the next episode. And if you like this episode, just
leave us some comments. We'd be interested in how you guys receive this. And
just give us a like, and also just subscribe to our channel. And just share it with your friend. And para todos mis latinos, si te gusta este episodio, dale like, comparte, y that's it. That's it for our first episode. Let's talk.
Thank you guys. We appreciate it.